It's important to understand why I stress the place command so much as part of my overall training program, particularly with pet dogs. The place command becomes a very, very useful tool, not only for the teaching process and helping our dogs understand our communication systems and the way that we're going to shape future behaviors, but it also becomes a very, very functional tool for helping you manage household behaviors later on. So let's start first with talking about the teaching aspects of it. One thing I like about the place command is it really allows us to practice a variety of different skills. So throughout this process, we're going to be practicing luring, we're going to be practicing shaping, we're going to be practicing timing our reward markers and success signals, we're going to be practicing giving our release cue, we're going to be practicing building duration into commands and adding distractions. So there's a lot of different components that we're going to actually be working on that are really valuable training skills in and of themselves, but we get to roll them all into this one activity. From the dog's standpoint, the place command allows them to continue to learn about some of the skills we've already been building, such as reward markers, luring, and shaping. But it also is going to start to teach them other skills, such as targeting a location separate from us and working a little bit more independently from us as their handlers. Additionally, there's some components of what I call character development that are rolled into the practice of place that I find really important. When we start practicing place command, and particularly when we start having our dog stay in that position for longer periods of time, more towards 15 minutes or a half hour, our dogs are going to be practicing a lot of self-discipline, a lot of willpower. They're going to be practicing the ability to maintain calmness and to control their impulses. These are really important skills for our dogs to be able to practice and develop, and you'll find that it trickles into other areas of life and really affects your dog's success and ability to cope with a variety of other situations. So we utilize place command on a regular basis as a means of preparing our dogs and setting them up to be more successful, even in areas unrelated to the place command and unrelated to household management. Lastly, as we begin to have better control of our dogs and their understanding of the place increases, we're going to be able to use the place command as a means of not having to utilize the crate so much for household management. The crate is still valuable for when you're not present. For instance, if you go to work or have to run out to a store. But if you are home but are simply just busy or preoccupied with another activity, rather than having to crate your dog because you can't supervise their every action, if your dog has a good, solid understanding of place command, it's very easy to have your dog hanging out on their dog bed, staying calm and relaxed while you're getting some work done. And this becomes a really practical way of starting to teach your dog how to coexist with you in your life in a very cohesive manner and in a way that really works seamlessly with your existing lifestyle. So we're going to use the place command a lot to help us with household management. Lastly, the place command becomes a valuable tool for helping us manage other problem behaviors. So I already discussed a little bit of how we might use a place command to manage a dog who has a hard time dealing with guests coming in the house. So if our dogs normally rush towards the door and jump all over people and get overly excited, it's very easy for us to teach a place command and then for us to teach our dogs that when we are answering the door and welcoming guests in, that we want them on their dog beds. And if they're on their dog beds, they're not jumping on people. They're not running around people's legs and bothering them while they're trying to take their shoes off. They're not pestering people while they're sitting down on the couch and putting their heads on their laps and getting slobber all over their nice clothes. So by utilizing the place command, we give our dogs something that they can do that we can reward them for, rather than waiting for them to do all those variety of mistakes and then trying to punish all those mistakes. If you really think about it, there's almost an infinite number of possibilities of things your dog can do wrong that you would not like. However, it's far easier and more efficient for us to focus on just one thing that our dog can do that's incompatible with all of those other behaviors. And it's really going to simplify the training process for us and help speed it all along. Likewise, we use place command very frequently to help dogs have good manners in the kitchen or around food when people are eating. So rather than us worry about punishing our dogs for begging at the table or being a pest while we're trying to have dinner, it's far easier and more efficient and much more pleasant for our dogs if we can focus on teaching them a constructive skill such as place command, which is then something that we can reward them for when they do it well. This is going to set you guys up for a lot of success, and it's also going to help to make sure that you have a positive and engaging relationship with your dogs, not one that's based on punishment and stress.